him from the creation of the world are clearly seen, being understood by the things that are made,
Go ahead.
even his eternal power and Godhead.
So it says we know what the Most High allows and wants in this earth based on the things that are seen. We know what's going on in heaven based on what was made in the beginning. Male and female made he them, so that we are without excuse. So we can't come around now some 12,000 years later and say that the Most High made me desiring the same sex. He made male and female from the beginning as an example so that we cannot be without excuse. And how can someone say that there's something wrong with male and female coming together when everyone walking this earth right now came from male and female relations, including the homosexuals? So just examine that for a moment. But they're turning homosexuals against what created them. And the elite is playing on this. They don't care about your rights. They just want you to exercise a certain spirit to attack the Most High's creation. The question is, regardless of what you're doing, what side do you want to be on when this is all done? Read on.
So that they are without excuse.
Go ahead.
Verse 21. Because that, when they knew the Most High, they glorified him not as the Most High.
And I'm reading out of the New Testament. Read.
Neither were thankful, but became vain in their imaginations.
Read.
And their foolish heart was darkened. Professing themselves to be wise, they became fools, and changed the glory of the uncorruptible power into an image made like to corruptible man, and to birds, and four-footed beasts, and creeping things. Wherefore the Most High also gave them up to uncleanness through the lust of their own hearts.
So they started making idols and dealing with alternative gods instead of accepting the God that made them. And you notice all these images come with that lifestyle, like that Bohemian Grove, like that owl you seen at the Bohemian Grove in San Francisco. Read.
Verse 24. Wherefore the Most High also gave them up to uncleanness.
So because they didn't want to acknowledge the Most High, and a lot of these people who deal with that lifestyle, at one point in their conscience, they knew it was wrong. They were fighting against it until society told you it was okay. They don't let nobody change these thoughts. Nurture this thought. Society nurtured that thought so that you can stay in that behavior. So read that last part again there.
Wherefore the Most High also gave them up to uncleanness through the lust of their own hearts.
So because they wanted to deal with this and excuse this, the Most High turned them to believe their own heart. Read.
To dishonor their own bodies between themselves.
To dishonor their own body between themselves. This is Paul. Read.
Verse 25. Who changed the truth of the Most High into a lie?
Satan did. Read.
And worshiped and served the creature more than the Creator.
Now we believe in man's science opposed to the Creator himself. Satan did that, where we'll go to science to excuse our behavior. If you can convince yourself there is no God and there is no judgment, okay, I can stay the way I am. But even, let me tell you, we all know there's a God. But you figure if you can convince yourself of that, then you don't have to change your behavior. So when that happens, a next step comes into effect spiritually that Paul spoke of in the New Testament. Read.
Verse 26. For this cause the Most High gave them up to vile affections. For even their women did change the natural use into that which is against nature.
Now a woman, because she didn't want to follow what the Most High said and accept what the Most High said, turn her body into a use that is against nature. That's in the Bible. It's natural for a woman to deal with a man and have children. Now she's doing something against nature. She's going with the same woman or another woman somewhere in all, and now think unnatural affection is coming from this. And then Society is pushing to take the children away from straight people and give them to homosexuals. So now children are growing up in their influential years believing that that's normal. To perpetuate the curse, which perpetuates the curse itself, because now the child is confused in their influential years, and now they grow up naturally desiring what their parents do. That's natural. If you have a man and woman in a household, the child is going to learn from the man and woman and learn that that's normal. So if you have a society that allows homosexuals to adopt children, the children are going to grow up believing being homosexual is normal, and they will desire the same thing. And we all know that in your household, if you have children, they're going to walk in a room one time or the other with the parents in a compromising situation. So what happens when a child walks into a room and this thing going on? Read on.
Verse 27. And likewise also the men.
Then here come the men.
Leaving the natural use of the woman.
Leaving the natural use of the woman, which was in the beginning male and female made in them. Read.
Burn in their lust one toward another.
Burn in their lust. Now their lust is one towards another. Men on the down low, getting with other guys and all those other things. Instead of not only suppressing that spirit, but having the demon cast out altogether. By confessing the fault, understanding that something is in you that's separate from you, so that it could leave. Talk about what happened to you as a kid one day when you were next door and some guy entered a spirit into you beyond your control, when you were raped or when you were taken advantage of by someone older. Usually that's where it comes from. And they usually target the underprivileged and those that are not paying too much attention to their surroundings. And they see the children out there who are prime candidates to be initiated into this sadistic lifestyle. Read.
Men with men.
Men with men.
Working that which is unseemly.
It's unseemly to who? The Most High God. Because why? It's unseemly to him because he cannot see life coming from it. He didn't create that. So this is not to talk down or go against someone else. This is to say what's right and what's wrong. Read.
And receiving in themselves that recompense of their error which was meet. Verse 28. And even as they did not like to retain the Most High in their knowledge.
So now these are people that used to go to church or whatever. Used to read the Bible. So because you did not want to remember what the Most High told you, even in your spirit when you read the scriptures, you don't want to retain that in your knowledge. Read.
The Most High gave them over to a reprobate mind.
So since you didn't want to follow what you knew was right, then the Most High give you over to Satan. He give you over to a reprobate mind. What is reprobate? To make you believe right is wrong and wrong is right. Now you'll start believing in evolution. You'll start believing you're an atheist. You'll go into all these other ideologies. Just to confirm to everyone that your lifestyle is normal. That's reprobate according to scripture. Read.
To do those things which are not convenient. Verse 29. Being filled with all unrighteousness.
These are the spirits that come with it. This is why the Most High destroyed it during Sodom and Gomorrah. What spirit comes with it? Unrighteousness.
Fornication.
Fornication.
Wickedness.
Wickedness.
Covetousness.
Covetousness. That means wanting what other people have. And that's another thing. They're coveting the regular lifestyle the Most High created. They're mad when relationships, when they see a family, a husband and a wife. Instead of them getting the same thing, that they can have the same thing if they decided not to live that lifestyle. So what do society do? What do your social workers, and they put these people over you as social workers to help break up your families and take your children. They put them in school and as nurses in different parts and high levels of society with that anger towards the Most High's creation. Read.
Covetousness.
So they want what other people have. Read.
Maliciousness.
And they have malicious intent. Go ahead.
Full of envy.
Full of envy. They can't stand the fact that people are straight. Read.
Murder.
Murder. Yes, they will kill you in a moment. Read.
Debate.
Debate.
Deceit.
Deceit.
Malignity.
Malignity.
Whisperers.
Whisperers. Why do you think they're on all these rumor shows? Talking about, yeah, girl, look at what's going on over here, and this guy did this over there, and Hollywood this. They're whisperers. This is what they do in all their rumor programs. They got, you know, they got homosexuals in all these tabloid episodes. And people laughing at them and goating them on. Read.
Backbiters.
Backbiters. They'll tell you, they'll snitch on you in a minute. This is what they do. If you're working amongst them and all that, they will snitch on you. That's the spirit. So it's not just the act of homosexuality, the act of their sexual act. It's all the spirits they allow to enter them once they convince themselves it's how the Most High made them. That they were made this way. Once they are reprobate and believe that it's normal, all these other spirits enter into them because they're no longer fighting against it. They're no longer struggling with it. So since you're not struggling with it, the one demon say, well, okay, let me open it up and let all my buddies up in here. Read on.
Backbiters.
Backbiters.
Haters of God.
Haters of, they can't stand the Most High. Why? Because they know what the scriptures say. Read.
Despiteful.
Despiteful.
Proud.
Proud.
Boasters.
Boasters.
Inventors of evil things.
Evolution. They invented that to excuse their cause. And Satan even let all types of chemicals loose in the water so that animals are confused now. You got different animals and different amphibian creatures and different things in the waters that are starting to go at each other. Male and male and female and female. They're doing this on purpose. You got shows out here now perpetuating it through Oprah. Well, are you going to tell them for the first time what you've been feeling? I made it straight, and I'd say this all the time. I made it straight with my boy. I told him straight off. Listen, if you ever come up to me with that mess, you're gonna be missing. Okay? I don't care what society is telling you. I told him at a young age. Listen. You go out like that, you'll be missing. I'm not accepting it. I don't care what society say. Okay? Authorities will be asking, okay, when is the last time you seen him? Period. So you must tell them that at a young age. Let them know. Listen, if you see somebody trying to play around you and touch you in the wrong place, you let me know. You can't accept that and say, well, that's normal. And now they have it where they're getting children used to other people touching them. Like the TSA on the airlines now. So what happens if now they can pat down your child talking about it's iconic? They know that kid ain't doing nothing. And touching your kid talking about, okay, now I'm going to touch the frontal part of you now. Like, just hold tight. And okay, there it is, right? All right, now turn around. Okay, I'm gonna be in your crevice here, but just hold tight. And your child is just sitting there like that. What is they getting your child used to? So now your child don't know the difference when another person of so-called authority tell them to turn around and do certain things. It's all being embedded within society now. They're cutting loose like we seen in